Good morning. Now we're good. Welcome to my Facebook Lives. Jeannie Kelly, a happy home is a healthy home. I've decided that as I've grown in my coaching business, I discovered that the majority of my clients are moms. And what do moms want? They want a happy, healthy home. They want happy children and a happy husband. They really do. I have been talking with moms over the course of the last 2 weeks specifically, but I've coached many moms and continue to coach moms. And some of the concerns that I found with moms is, am I good enough? Are my children getting what they need? And how do I get what I need if I'm always giving to my children? So I'm going to start addressing those issues. This website will be for you, whether you're pregnant or whether you're a nesting mom or whether you are a grandma. These things will work for you. Also, if you are working with children in an educational field, I'm going to be giving you lots of great tips to get that classroom, to get kids to work with you, to help them be less disruptive. Why is that? Because I used to teach special education, and I was able to get kids that could work for me that wouldn't work with anyone else. And I found using those techniques with my own children have created such a strong bond between us, a healthy bond. They're allowed to be themselves, and let me tell you, a lot of the things they do are not things that I thought they would do when they were older. Nothing bad, absolutely nothing bad. But they have really challenged me to look at who they are, accept who they are, and then I lead them to even greater experiences in life. They know that they're loved and that they're supported. And all children are looking to see if they're loved. They want to know that they're loved. So let's create those homes where they can flourish. A happy home is a healthy home, which produces healthy children, or even healthy spousal relationships, right? When people feel loved and supported, they flourish. When people feel criticized, like there's no hope, too much stress and tension, they are not good enough, we create insecure adults. If we want to change our world, we have got to learn how to overcome fear with faith. And faith to me means not only a faith in God, but a faith in yourself, a trust in yourself, that if you take this step, everything's going to be okay, right? It's why I teach my clients a lot of times, what's the worst, what's the best? It's a great technique that really helps them decide, if the worst happens, am I going to be okay with it? If the best happens, am I going to rejoice with it? I'm going to coach you on how to celebrate your home and the greatness in it in super easy ways so that you don't get burnt out. Too often, we're going and going and going and going and going and going, and we're seeing lots of success, but we don't take time to stop and celebrate. As my assistant and I create this new direction, if you will, you're going to see a new website change. We'll make sure that you get that. I believe it was in my newsletter as well. So we're going to be doing that, and I'm so excited. I've been reading the book, Know Your Strengths, an awesome book. I'll probably start with that next week, because when we live in our strength zone, that's where we build our confidence. It actually helps improve weaknesses or lessens them so you don't notice them, or it gives you the opportunity to find somebody better in that area to help you so you can work in your strengths so you get better. Imagine doing that with your family. If you know that one of your children is really good at math, you know another child is really good at writing, you know another child is really good at this, and another child's really good at that, and you put them in their strength zone more than their weakness, imagine how easy your home is going to function. Imagine that. I'm going to coach you on how to create a vision for your family. Because if we don't have a vision, and we know where we're going in work, right? Any business owner creates a mission and a vision statement. But I'm asking you, moms, have you and your husband sat down and created a mission and a vision statement. I'll be sharing that with you. Also, I want everyone to sign up for my newsletters. If you are a client that doesn't fit the mom role, don't worry. I'm not leaving you. I'm not abandoning you. And you're still going to get great stuff out of this, because everything I teach you is practical on any level. So don't be alarmed. Don't be worried. But if you do see something that says, and you can try this with your child, or this works really well, implement it in your house. If you're a young girl and you're thinking, maybe someday I'd like to be a mom, start keeping these things in your repertoire so when it does happen, you're ready to go. You're ahead of the game instead of the behind. It's so much easier in life if we're ahead instead of behind. If we're always running to catch up, it's exhausting. If we're feeling overwhelmed, life doesn't work so well. But I'm telling you, no matter what obstacle happens in your life, you can keep going. And you can create this happy, supportive, loving environment. And if you already have that, I promise you, you have that growth mindset. Stick with me, because you're going to get techniques that are going to hone in on that or even make it stronger. Let's make happy homes stronger, and homes that we're not so sure if they're, where they're not where we want them to be. We have a little gap there because we're saying, why isn't this working? Whatever. Or I'm struggling in this area, because let's face it, we all struggle in areas every time. Doesn't matter how successful you are, I guarantee you're going to have a struggle tomorrow. That's life. We've got to realize that life is always going to bring us obstacles, and it's always going to bring us joys. We often find joy in the obstacle, and we become these stronger people when we know who we are. We work on ourselves to make things better, and the whole world gets better. I know that from experience. 10 years ago, when I left a very toxic marriage, I began to create the home I wanted, right? Because it was a struggle to create the home I so desired with my husband, because we couldn't seem to get on board with the same value system. And a value system is so important to teach your children and to maintain with you and your spouse. Because of that, I was always trying to fix him. He was always trying to fix me. Super unhealthy. Things started to change in our home when I finally said, I can't fix my kids. I can't fix my husband, but I can fix myself. Now, if that word fix scares you, another term for that is I get to love myself enough. I get to love myself enough to look for the things that are going to work in me that will help everyone get better. When I got better, my kids got better. When my kids get better, everybody gets better. We are now a family that loves being around each other. We support one another. My kids help each other whenever they can, but not only that, they have really strong, good, healthy friendships. Their friends support them. They're all moving up instead of sideways or backwards. We should never, and once we start seeing ourselves slide, we need to say stop. So this is how this Facebook Live is going to support you. Each week I'm going to give you a tip, something you can try. I know these things work. I was the director of religious education for 5 years, and during that time, the kids went from not loving CCD to loving CCD. They even brought their friends to CCD because they loved how I created relationships with them. I knew every kid's name. I knew where we were going. They had an idea of the direction our programs were going. The teachers knew they were supported and cared for, so they stayed, which is important in a volunteer organization, right? So all these techniques that I give you will work cross-culture. If you have a business, you're going to see some of these things will work with that. It's an alignment process, and I will stick with that because it is. Once you align yourself with your vision, you share it with your husband, he gets on board, he shares his vision with you. You align it together. Now you've built a beautiful, strong backbone, if you will, or a strong, I don't know, you can say a strong wall if you want. I don't really like that term, but you can think of being a really strong rope, and the stronger and the more entwined we are, the easier it will get. And you will produce beautiful, confident, strong children. But not only that, you're going to enjoy your moments today, even amongst the challenges. You won't have to be worried because you're going to see so many healthy, strong things happening that those weaknesses won't be screaming. Because let's face it, the world picks out our weaknesses all the time, right? You go to a parent conference, it's, oh, so-and-so is good, 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 good. But here, we've been taught to focus on our weaknesses instead of our strengths. This is not going to be that. I'm going to coach you on how to stay in your strength as a mom and how you can support your family, your husband, your wife, your children, whatever. Husbands, if you're listening to this, you're going to understand how to support your wife. You're going to see where she's coming from. You'll be able to get on board, share your ideas. We will create soft, beautiful, healthy homes that are soft landings and fun places to be. And I believe that's the key to changing the world and getting more peace. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Thanks for getting on, and I'll catch you later. Take care. Bye.